I'm pretty much gonna pass it on to the team after a little bit of just introduction, and then the tools dev. One of them is here today. I'm just gonna show a little bit and a little bit of the background and reason and the plan for the tool as such. Like few things about the tools. But just a quick update from our end is basically obviously the Jira Exchange has been pretty smooth so far. There's one or two issues we had, but we are rolling out on a very stage by stage basis. So in the sense like we just want to make sure that any bugs or something is kind of like sorted. We have this live chat feature as well in the exchange, which has been amazing. Been pretty quick to respond to people with questions and stuff. Obviously, so yeah, I think quite a few things to look forward to for the direct scene side of things. But yeah, so far I think pretty smooth, and that's something I wanted to share. And second thing was we had a IRL meetup, like a Melbourne meetup on Friday. Some of the holders came up, some new guys from non-Jira holders also came in. Uh, Went in pretty well. I don't know if I contracted some airdrops from the meetup or something, but I don't know whatever. So, anyway, so that's a couple of things that happened. We had a team meeting just a while back. About like 30 staff had come in. Was pretty good. Went for about like 2 hours now. Yeah, just kind of shared our perspective, shared our plans and stuff to them a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll leave it. I'll pretty much like so. Our tools are pretty much it's been like we had been holding off a little bit, right? I think I had told in the last AMA as well, but I mean, sorry, in the last town hall that the reason for the delay was because of the feedback from a Genesis holder whom who's been working as an IT professional, a senior position IRL and stuff, Jonas Blaine, and he kind of gave a feedback for the exchange and the tools. So exchange, he felt it was pretty good. So we went forward. It makes sense, and the tools we pretty much had a roadblock with in terms of the UI side of things to make it look clean and neat and stuff. So we reworked the UI and we, have been doing some changes and stuff to it. Um, Nah, Don, I'm really my throat is pretty dead, so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna break my promise. So yeah, but anyway, so we are also hiring devs, as you may have seen my tweets, to have like full-time resident dev with Infinite Studios because we have been swamped with external work as well, and there's a lot to be done from our end. But just wanted to put a little bit of thought into our holders' minds. So whoever didn't attend any of the previous town halls or something, um, the thing is, what we are trying to achieve is a lot of value, or a lot of peer-to-peer services with almost negligible costs, right? Which is the challenging part. As I mentioned, something like building like tools costs a lot of money because of the devs involved. I think Pav is also here. Pav is from Infinite Studios. It costs a lot to hire a dev. Try and just have a chat with a Solidity dev. Has got like decent experience. Get somebody under 10,000 USD. I'll hire them right away, right, per month, right? I'm not taking that much. Jamie's not taking that much. Combined, me and Jamie together is lesser than one Solidity dev per month, right? So I'm more than happy if you guys have, if you know somebody that we can add to our team to expand. We found one guy, we're adding him from this month. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is it costs a lot of money to hire a dev as well, like, a good one for Solidity and stuff. There's so much of demand. So the point what I'm trying to make is that we are not delaying a product just for the sake. It's because we have to be conscious. We cannot be burning out all our funds on just one product, right? It can't be just one tool, so it can't just be Jira Exchange and stuff. We got to do it in a very systematic, planned way. So, we got to get devs, instead of 10 devs working, there's two devs working extra time and, putting in a lot more effort because of passion and belief in PG. Wang is one of them. Wang is here. So, huge shout out to Wang, for what he has done so far with the PG tools. Wang and Rimas, and there's another guy, um, um, what is his name? Alchemist. So there's three guys working on the tools right now, management and backend, and there's a front end dev as well. So roughly four people working. So you can imagine on an average what the cost would be. So what we're trying to do here basically, is keep the cost almost negligible, and at the same time come up with a product and then make money from the product by, kind of like, giving a subscription model to non-holders, like outside of the Jira community, um, and give them equity in return. So I'll let Wang take over now, and pretty much you can just go through a little bit about the tools, a small demo today of the working product, and also he's going to talk a little bit about what is expected, what you can expect, what are the features, a few of the features that's coming up. G and Zero Cool have been working almost full time with the tools team, giving them feedbacks, giving them suggestions, even the minor things that we can add. Um, it's a very ambitious plan to be a one-stop tool at a super cheap cost, even for the public. Like almost, all the features of all the tools that you may know, like from Nerds to Mobi to whatever. So if we want to go and make something, we want to go hard at it, right? So so Wang, can you hear me? It was I talking to myself all this while, or Wang,
We
can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you. We can hear you.
All right, perfect.
Hello.
All right.
Okay, so some of you might know me from Bajira. I was the person that was working on Bajira mostly. Some of you might have met Alchemist, maybe in previous AMAs or something. And Rimas, I don't think any of you met him yet, but let's start with this. So, why did we create Speed Analytics? As you know, there are many analytics tools outside, but all of them miss certain feature that would be perfect for your trading. I think you will agree with me that on a lot of these features, basically you need to adapt to the style uh, of the developer of the tools, and you lose a lot of time by learning the usage of that tool so you can properly use it. So our goal with Speed Analytics, we want to build state-of-art NFT trading analytics platform with Girafam. We wanted to listen to you, which features matter to you, how we would make your journey through blockchain easier and more profitable. Speed Analytics will be shaped by you guys. Unfortunately, the rest of my team couldn't make it today, but we'll make a full demo in AMA soon with the entire team to display all parts of Speed Analytics we have so far. But for now, I'll show you a few pages that you might spend a lot of time on it. So let me share my screen and show you what we have. Just a disclaimer, my internet is pretty bad because, well, I'm in Bosnia and we are pretty underdeveloped, so I hope there won't be many issues with it. So let me know if you guys can see the screen share. Can I get some feedback in chat if you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so basically, this is a collection view. Why is collection view important? Well, most of you know that most of you use tools like IC, Nerds, Mobi, whatever, but it all some of them don't have features you might want. So that's why I work with Zero and G and Amresh find to find what you as a community need. So this is our page. It's missing some stuff and needs a little bit more styling, but that should be done by the next AMA. So Here you can see some basic like live feed of active listings, live feed of sales. You can basically sort it by the most rare NFT sold, well listed. Then you can find the most common one and get a general picture of it. You'll see all the data you need, like supply, holders, royalty, the recent sales, the floor, the current active listings. And if you're wondering about specific token, you can just enter it here and click lookup, and you'll get data about it. So let me get some. Okay, let's see 2303. And yeah, it shows you basically the rarity listing and stuff. When was the last trade? How much it was sold for? You can also see the collection activity here, the trade rarity, and you'll be able to set alerts for specific stuff. But I'll get to that later. Okay, so what the cool thing I wanted to show to you guys is, um, as I mentioned, a lot of these tools you need to get used to the look how it looks. So our approach to that is to let you personalize the stuff you see on your end. So you personalize it, and then all the collections you and all the data you need is there. So we click edit grid, then we basically remove everything we might not need. Then we click add widgets, and now we can add, for example, activity bar. Click save, we see the activity here. Then if we want to make some space here, what else? We have listings fire hose, sales fire hose, which basically you can put wherever you want, so it's easier for you. It's a grid, so basically you customize it the way you like it. So you have all the data you need and only you need. So you don't need to actually accommodate to anyone else. You can see here sales in intervals of 1 hour, 15 minutes. When was the sale? Let's see what else. We have listings distribution graph, which will help you see how the price of the distribution. You can change the granularity here. Basically, all the stuff you will need. So, do you guys have any questions about this
Fine, I'll
page?
just jump in just once again. Guys, this is probably like just 10% of what these guys have done. To be very frank, it's a huge, credit to the team and also to G and Zero Cool because I don't know where that motherfucker is. Like Zero Cool is missing, but these guys have been getting on calls every day, working day and night to try and add like as a degen, what are the features that that they have been missing in tools? Social analytics, yes, that's also. So please understand that everything is not going to come at once, as in like we're going to launch it stage by stage to ensure that things are all like bug free and launch first to Genesis Gen 2, make sure you guys are happy, give your feedbacks. It's a process, right? And that's something I wanted to add here. And I'll just share my screen because I think Wang's is you calling that clean, but check my screen. I'm pretty much going to share my screen for a quick second how it looks on my screen here, because for some reason the quality was not that good on. Can you see my screen? Is mine visible or
Still loading.
still
Loading.
low?
You probably have to close it and open it again or something.
Australia has got good internet. Come on, man. Like he's streaming from Bosnia. It should be better than that here. For-
The Mac.
While Sean's screen loads, I want to
okay,
bring your
like see,
attention to something. Okay, it loaded.
so
I'll
right.
let
So
you.
this is how it looks in my screen, for example, like because in this it looked like these buttons were overlapping and stuff, maybe zoomed in a little more. But this is how it looks in my screen. Pretty smooth. In the sense like there's no overlaps of buttons. So we just were working on all those things. Just wanted to add that point here because it looked a bit odd in Wang's this thing. So that's one thing. And number two, um, just a sec. Yeah. In terms of the speed, I'm gonna let Wang answer that. But yes, we are. It's we compared the speeds. We never want to market it as the fastest tool. There's a reason to it, because you don't want to get sued if in one day or something some other tools are getting it. But this is one tool that's directly retrieving data from blockchain. So in a sense where I'll let Wang explain that blockchain part.
Okay, so basically, most of tools you use regularly are using the data from the other providers. So basically, they go the easy route by, for example, using some shared API for listings and stuff, while we decided to fetch everything from the chain so we can do the analysis as it happens, as the mint happens. For example, most of tools use rarity providers. So you have these rarity sites, they give their API, and all of these tools use that API. The drawback from that is you will lose a lot of time until the provider indexes that collection as the mint happens, where our tool indexes as it happens. So basically, if it's 100 mints left, it will show the current rarity. Then when the another one mints, it will update the rarity. And also, we don't rely on other providers. Basically, if OpenSea crashes, I think one of the tools actually uses OpenSea for getting their listings. So in case of OpenSea crashing, because there's a high demand of users, they will basically crash the website, and the website will not be useful. Um, so also another thing, we are using state-of-art, fastest possible databases and technologies that are used by Mastercard, PayPal, and similar big companies to ensure the data flow is smooth and nice. In a moment, I'll show you how our listings, or our live feed works. But yeah, I just wanted to you guys to understand that all of our data is from blockchain, and we have all the data we have stored. So anything we need. Sorry, there's some cars going around. Give me a moment. Okay. Basically, any data we need, any analysis, we don't need to rely on someone else to add the support for it. We can basically query our database and see everything we have. So I wanted to show you live feed, but Shan, could you live stream it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
my
I
internet
can
is
share
kind of
I
slow?
can share my screen for the live feed. I think probably your internet is kind of a bit. I don't know how you guys are building cool stuff with an internet like that, man. I you
It's okay, trust me.
not a easy thing, but yeah, just a sec, one sec. All right, I'll share my screen now, and then I'll let you explain. Wait one sec. Where's my screen? All right, is my. Can you see my screen?
Loading for me.
Yep.
Okay, loaded. You can see the data coming in really quickly. It's basically only delay is for example, for listings, you can't really get around OpenSea. So as soon as it appears on OpenSea's database, we basically have it synced with ours. So you can see the small delays, like 3 seconds, but that's really the delay you can get away from. Basically, every tool will experience even bigger delays. But the way our tool is built is we use something that PayPal uses to stream the data in real time. So as the listings happens, other tools, for example, send one request every, let's say, half a second to refresh the listings. But with our infrastructure, as soon as the listing happens, it's sent to your browser and it appears for you. And we currently have OpenSea and X2Y2 support, but we are looking to add LooksRare and stuff after the tool is out, because we could add them right now, but we'd lose the time in making sure new features work properly. One other example of our power of our data is, for example, we'll have a portfolio page which will show you the floor price of your NFTs and historical value of your portfolio. But for some tools, they need to query external provider like OpenSea to get list of your NFTs. We currently have 155 million NFT transfers stored on our database. Basically, we have the data for NFTs from block zero up to today, and we can basically get all current holders and all past holders, all sale values in 150 milliseconds for order deed, which is pretty big collection. So our data is really, really powerful, and it will enable for really powerful analytics. For example, holder analytics. You will be able to spot if there's something shady happening with someone holding a lot of tokens and stuff in real time, basically. So we look to get to use the most high tech tools out there. So basically, our backend is written in Rust, which is basically insanely fast. It's one of fastest languages available. Then we have some stuff in Golang. We didn't opt for easier way. We went to the harder. We went with the harder way to ensure the speed and stability of our tools.
Wang, the wallet tracker, the idea what we added for the list of things to be added, that's for V2, isn't it? Like the wallet tracker thing?
Correct, but depends on the front end person. If they can get the as soon as front end person gets it done, we'll be able to add it because we have all the data ready.
Yep. So guys, I think that's why I'm saying like if any of you are or know some Solidity devs, especially front end ones, because honestly we our ones are being used for other products. Like there's quite a lot of products going on in the side. Now we have one guy. I think he's back on Monday, isn't it? Like forgot. Yeah, we got one, but we are looking for more. So any front end Solidity devs, amazing job opportunity available. So hit me up if there's any options.
Yeah, another cool feature I wanted to let you guys know about for a live feed is basically you'll be able to set powerful alert system that when a specific collection has a listing for under specific price, you'll get a notification on your PC which will show you Azuki was listed for 0.5 ETH. And that's something really powerful because you'll be able to filter by the trades, by stuff, and as soon as it happens you'll get the live feed of the events on your notifications.
And since Shan is taking this moment to chill, I will too. We're also looking for artists.
What artist? 3D artist?
Just like for
Or to
quick
make
sketchups on
some
Twitter.
hentai characters? Have you gonna
Or
launch some? They're looking to launch some waifu shit.
just hit the DMs up if you're an artist or you know an artist.
Why didn't we take in Tata? I think his art is amazing, man. It looks like the PXN's one-on-one when it launched. Remember?
Oh, that art
Do you
with him
remember?
there?
Yeah, no. Do you remember the PXN one-on-one? You guys don't remember how it was?
No.
Oh shit! So PXN one-on-one literally read one-on-one like this, like a hand sketched, the same style as Tata. Like I think we got our artist amongst us.
Kevin from Pixelmon.
No. Actually, I don't know if any of you have got the image or do you if you remember how PXN's one-on-ones were before. It was a hand sketched, a thing similar to what I posted.
Yeah, the placeholder.
Yep. For like about a month or two, I think that was what it was. Oh, this one, I got it. Yeah, I found it. It's this. Yeah. That Apple. I think can imagine where it came from. Sorry. Can we give tool ideas? I think G and Zero have already got a lot, as mentioned, as displayed now. What was demoed by Wang. There's quite a lot of things that G and Zero have already flooded them with. Maybe once that's done, whatever features that we are looking to, apart from the ones what Wang showed now, if once that's done, in a week or I mean maybe 2 weeks or something, then we'll open up the form. You guys first can have a look at what are the features available, and then go and have a look at and then you can give your suggestions and stuff. Any other questions, you guys? You can ask the tools guys or something if you want to come on stage, or just add a question here. Wang can answer. Wang, I'm not sure if you can see the messages in the PGAMA. If you can just
Yeah,
open up the
yeah,
chat there.
I'm reading the chat, don't worry.
Okay, cool.
So I'll answer.
Yo, purple, you're tripping. No.
As I mentioned already, our scaling is using top-notch services. Like we are basically using the same system that PayPal and Mastercard use. So scaling shouldn't be an issue. It would just be getting another server to handle the load. So our current projected performance is we'll be able to handle thousands of users on the site in the same time without any issues. But in case we see downgrade performance, we can just get another server to handle the more traffics, and each server would be able to handle 1,000 more users. So it shouldn't degrade our performance as much as the other tools are.
G, you can also jump in and just kind of, because you're typing here, some might miss. Just jump in and fill up what are the suggestions you gave them, and what are the devs, what are the things devs are working on. Those points like the change of color and stuff. You can also come in and just share.
Yeah, it's been a few things. Like it's been quite a few calls that end up being different sort of suggestions just flow into the conversation of brainstorming. But someone in the chat was asking just this is something small but very useful, I think, for a trader that uses tools. And he asked, Prolific asked, can we see pending transactions when people are buying a listing? And yeah, that's something small but a very strong indicator, which I brought up because if there's, for example, when something's on a strong pump and there's a lot of volume being pushed into that collection, there might be a listing at the floor that has like three pending transactions on it, and there's people pumping Gwei. You can see the Gwei being used, and that can indicate like the demand that the pump is really in. So yeah, that's something that's going into the tools. Change of color if they lower the listing. So if someone's trying to get rid of it for quick, if people have their sniping bots, that's I guess something good to look out for. And like even things like floor listings, so the walls. Everybody loves to see what the walls are. And then the rarity listings. So if people just trade rares. But yeah, there's quite a few things that have been brought up. Like if people have questions of what should be added, I should definitely be able to, speak on it.
As for pending transactions, we actually planned that feature, and it will be added. If not in the initial demo launch, it will be added as soon as possible because we want to get the site operational fully, and that feature is really easy to do, but it will take our focus away from the main things. But yeah, we already planned that feature. We'll see the pending transactions. Someone asked about what if the tool crashes. So basically, if the tool crashes, well, we are using Versal to host our front end, which should handle a lot of load. So the website itself should not crash. And if the API is having bogged down performance, currently we don't have any indicators, but there's less data coming in. But we will work on the indicator if the current state of API is being downgraded or something. But yeah, even if the API crashes, your UI will automatically reconnect and fetch all the data you missed while it was down. So it shouldn't be a big issue.
Regarding the
Yes,
price point, as I mentioned, it's not about for us to make money out of it straight up, right? The aim is the user base. People like, say, for example, even Lutheran is here, a big whale. Like, for example, we want some people from the community to give a go ahead and approval for a lot of things, because we want natural shilling and not just something like, just because it's a Jira product, right? So this is what we meant by back end product testing. So we have been taking few people in the back, them getting their feedback. You should feel proud, as I mentioned always, you should feel proud of using that product as well, right? So unless it's not super unreasonable, like change the entire you know model or something, as long as it's like reasonable, and any of the things, as as traders that you guys are using, like degen mints, for example, right? Showing all the degen mints that's happening as a separate section. I think trending contracts is already available now, I think, even for the V1. But to move towards this pending transactions, possibly, where I don't know, you can like bypass or send more gas, and I mean, it's something that's definitely workable, right? So
yeah. Even
yeah, I
even
think
small things like rather than having to switch to different tools, if you're looking at trending collections and trending sales, you can, rather than switching between tools, you can use the same tool and use a wallet tracker or track a whale, or even use a sweep tracker to indicate what's being swept at the current moment. Mint trackers and links to either Scan and OpenSea and Lookstray. It's like the one-stop shop to me. I like the idea of that is something that I'm very bullish on. So yeah, I can't wait to see it roll out.
yep.
Um,
Are we gonna have this bar, the list and buy bar? I think yeah, Wang, for you, the supply and demand bar.
Yeah, we are already in the works. We have the data ready. It's just now making the graph look nice and implementing it in front end. It should be available in the personalized tab. You'll be able to add it if you want to use it. As for social analytics question, I think that question would be better suited for Alchemist in our next meeting, because the social stats will not be in the version 1 we release. We'll add that later. For version 1, we wanted to focus on the actual NFT trading aspect.
In terms of advertisement, Don, I think it was already a discussed thing. So it's gonna go on Jira Exchange as well for some Jiras. Obviously, in the front page, there's we are tracking users. Once it goes to public and multi projects come and use it. So advertisements is something that can go on tools as well. Of course, for your just answering your question, just pay some Jira tokens and kind of get your product or something listed. Basic vetting, so we cannot be assuring whether the product is a like 100% not drug or stuff, but at least it's purely, as I always say this to people, like television advertisements. All right, just because we see all the toothpaste ads doesn't mean we go and buy all the toothpaste ads. So advertisements are definitely are going to be added, but I don't want it to be seen as a shill, but rather like it's a Jira token burn. So we're not going to take the start, especially we're not going to take any dollar from it. So whatever, we'll set up a price, for example, like a Jira burn or something. I'm sorry, a token for you to list your advertisement or whatever that could be, even IRL job or whatever. We'll give the analysis stats and stuff of how many users are jumping into our let's say our website and stuff. So based on that, like there'll be a charge on Jira tokens and a day listing or 2 day listing or something. And then yeah, pretty much that's it. I just got to know even just a while back that Doodles Alpha apparently charges to tweet, right? Like point 0.3 ETH or something per tweet and stuff. So it's I think they're capitalizing again on it's run by not Doodles, right? Obviously by people, but they're kind of like keeping that to fund the staff and stuff. So I don't think using advertising as a method is wrong. Just that we got to make sure that we don't we just got to make sure there's some amount of vetting from our end. That's it.
Someone asked if we are going to have trending mints. We will have mints happening in real time feature, but currently we have feature that will show you the contracts with most calls to it in the last minute. I don't know if Sean, if you want to showcase the skeleton of that feature. I think it should be
Yeah,
enabled on the website.
the trending contracts thing, right? Or trending
Yep,
collections. Trending collections.
trending contract.
I'll show both. I don't know
You can
which.
show both.
So obviously, I think this is a very commonly used, I think, tool. I would say. I mean, sorry, a feature. I'm not a big tool user, but I'm leaving it to you guys. But so this is a commonly used feature. The trending collections. There's trending collections, obviously, for 7 day, a minute or 5 minutes or whatever. Obviously, what's happening. That's pretty much, I would say, answers the question maybe because I think that somebody asked about the trending collection and also this is being optimized, but this is trending contracts. So for those of you really tech savvy and stuff, you want to see what are the contracts that's kind of getting a lot of calls. If there's some mint that starts, even it's even capturing even ones and twos getting minted. So I'm not sure, Wang, if we can add names to it because it's directly reading the contracts. But trending collection, I think, is what I think a lot of them mainly use. So that's also there. V1, yeah.
Yeah, the improved version will have also the names where available. Of course, for some contracts you won't be able to pull names because some contracts don't support it. But we'll look into integrating with the blockchain to pull the names of contracts that are happening, that are minting right now.
Oh man, I'm gonna cry now. Shoreline has given us a feedback. My job is done at Gajira. Ah, thanks. I'm done. Thanks, man. I think, as I said, we just want to make if Shoreline, if you want to jump in for the backend testing as well, more than happy to add you to one of the few people in the group. You just we just want to get some feedback from people. We don't want it to be flooded with 100 people giving feedbacks at the start, but some basic features and feedback. We're 100% down to have some critics as well because we are not against critics. We just want to improvise as well. So there's absolutely no reason for us to run away from somebody coming and being like, ah, this looks like shit. But if one person is going to be like, this looks like shit versus 9 people telling it's good, I mean, I don't want to discount even that one person. I want to try and see if we can do something, if it's reasonable. If it is not, then we obviously, we go with the majority. So, yeah, I think we'll definitely, I think, in terms of timeline, guys, all right, so this was essentially can be even dropped right now, but the thing is we just want to the front end dev has gone on a small personal work. We just want to finish up the final touches. Hoping a full demo by next Sunday, right? Full demo for next Sunday with the entire team with more features and stuff. But like the Jira Exchange, after the demo, I think within 2 or 3 days, we kind of came up with a drop. So tools as well. I think today is like a minor demo, but we just want to make sure once more, getting another 10-20 people to test it. Just final small bits. I just want to make sure when it's launched, it's as bug free as possible. So I'll be reaching out to a few of you guys and kind of put you on like a test group or something. Any other question? helping test the tool only available to Gen 1? No, no, absolutely not. If you guys have got, just tag G, don't, I mean, like, don't spam G, but just tag G or zero call, or get on like one of the voice chats when they both are doing. It's definitely open to all, like not just Genesis or Gen 2, but like, just few. If you guys have used tools before, it would be up to you. Like, just tag G or zero call,
So, guys, as I was saying, this tool, the best.
To kill the silence, someone asked if we are able to see if the project owner is alive. Well, you could technically make that work. You could just add their wallets to watch list, and as soon as they do something, transfer Ethereum or something, you'll be able to know if they're alive and kicking.
Oh, no way, bro. This is a violation. You guys know what time it is?
The time is up.
it's easy. What a easy way to escape from a project. Just be like, oh shit, Shan died from an accident. I'll make my, somebody.
Hammer time.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was just telling about the drop. So hopefully, like the next few days, just want to get some guys to test, which I think G, when you can pick some guys from here and put them in a group, like Shoreline and a stamp, feed stamp and key. I think just like about maybe like 6 to 8 people, if they want to be, like some feedbacks and testing side of things. Um,
Yeah, 100%.
Once that's done, I think we are ready to launch. I think we'll launch first for Genesis for a week, and then after 1 week for Gen 2s, and then after that for Jira Walk. So, like just a stage by stage drop. Yeah, I think that would be the best, kind of way before we make an announcement to public or make it open to public and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I've gotten a few DMs from some people with some nice suggestions, like some sick suggestions here. And yeah, anybody that feels like they want to test, just DM me and we'll test together.
Wait, don't tell me you got your DM like open, as in like people don't have to send you
Yeah,
friend request message you.
no, they're always open, man.
Man, that's that's so fucked up. It's gonna, like, bro, if I do that, like, already I'm like having some panic attacks. You want to see the? Because I put like a friend request before someone can DM me, right? Like, look at this. If I open it, I pretty much I'm definitely gonna have a heart attack when I wake up. Like,
Jesus.
it's crazy. I mean, I kind of like that's why I tell
Alrighty.
people DM me before I accept any of those things. So I think, yeah, that's what, guys, like, any this is just like, again, I want to emphasize on the fact that we are doing all this without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. To be very frank, I think so far, people like Wang and Alchemist, they've been like, what we have met some amazing people in our journey. who are not just greedy and understand the bigger picture here. So these guys could have easily burnt us out by charging 30 grand a month or something, like two, three people, and it's the market kind of like pricing going on right now. But that's why we work on equity basis. If Jira was fully about to take equity on this project 100%, that means we would have burned probably like 300, 400 grand or more than that, for all the V2s and V3s and stuff. So on an equity basis, this means really passionate people like, Alchemist or Wang themselves, they come in. We work on a 50-50 equity basis. So whatever profits we make from the tool in the future, apart from the Jiras, obviously, for them being a free access, it's shared between us and them. So it's almost like a sustainable method. There's a reason why a lot of projects don't do their own tools, but I think if you want to do it, make sure that it is like competitive for the market as such, right? So I'm pretty much G and Zero is almost full time there. Any of you guys we add into the testing group, maybe we can share what are our features. Like if you guys can sign maybe an NDA or something. Once you read those, the features, what's coming up in V2 and V3, then if you have some ideas and suggestions, then you can, add more, because I'm pretty sure 95% of whatever you guys are going to give as suggestions would have been covered by G and Zero, because Zero is literally living on tools. I think it's probably like, I always see him with tools open. I never see him without tools as such. So, yeah. It is official. Creator fees are dead. Is this OpenSea or what? Where the fuck is
No,
this?
bro,
It's
this is
time for you to
2y2.
die again, Shan.
Right now,
Nah,
yeah,
sorry?
Magic 8 and both X2Y2 now you are not forced to pay royalties
Optional
anymore.
royalties. Yeah, Magic Eden.
Yeah, since yesterday, I think both of them.
I think that's. I don't want to tell too much, but into Jira Exchange, there's something coming up that could potentially be a game changer for all the projects creators. There's a very high chance they could come to us, because, and as users, you guys would. I think for some of you, I would have shared this idea IRL. The idea of listing in a different way, and where creators also make money, and as buyers you can make more money than the floor and stuff. But let's see, the new guy whom we hired is pretty much going to be working on that product. So I think we can definitely tackle this stupid creator royalty issue. This is my question I want to ask somebody, right? If you can make more money than listing on the floor, would you be happy to pay, um, you know, creators fees or not? Like, so if the floor of Gen 2 is 1 ETH, but you can make maybe 1.3 ETH, for example, and then pay 10% or whatever as royalties for that matter, uh, would you be happy or not, right? This is the kind of concept. So the way we are working it out, it's pretty much can pay you more than your floor and also pay creators money, plus we also take a commission. So I got on a call even with X2Y2 4 days back. We are building a couple of products together. All right. So I mean, so there's a couple of products where we will be taking equity with X2Y2 on a couple of products that we have. Um, let's leave it there for now. So let it come, and then you'll see. We are really close with Paki and X2Y2. He even came to Singapore, and he's a wild beast as
Yeah, I
such.
think I think him and Bart are really close too.
Bart's not here, but yeah, I mean, anyways, the point is that we are again we are looking to take some equity as such for our ideas and our reach and stuff. So X2Y2, not the entire X2Y2 as such. There's going to be like two, three features that products that we'll be launching along with X2Y2. It'll also read powered by PG in X2Y2's website, most probably. And there we will be getting a share of those things that's happening. Anyways, let's see. As I said, somebody posted here, right? Like Don posted, like equity is the best way for motivation. Pay somebody for their monthly pay or an hourly pay, that's one thing, but having equity, um, it's an amazing thing. It motivates. Really re-emphasizing. Please don't get mad at me. But I have to emphasize this. Take it as an education lesson or something. But whatever. Gojira is not a project that raised millions, right? we will take a little bit of time, but we want to make sure that the products are relevant and that brings us cash flow, right? If people don't even come for any of the spaces, any of the town halls and any of tweets, they don't read anything but purely look at the floor and cry. I really don't care if they leave, right? I'm being really open here, right? You come and ask questions, as I mentioned, even Shoreline, you guys know, like, has been asking questions, but I've been answering every single thing, even if some things might not be like I accept or not, it's a different thing, but I answer questions. So come and ask some questions rather than just be like, I think some of them, and especially Gen 2 guys are like, oh, I bought Jira at like 2 ETH and it's like, I haven't got any value. I'm like, and just come and join us. Like, there's a suggestions form, you can fill it, you can join us, you can message. We are working. It's just that, like, it's we cannot launch 10 products at a time. So if projects with $75 million, $30 million, $40 million are doing, fucking like fuck all for their holders. I'm not comparing again, but it's just the fact that, like, we haven't raised anywhere close to that 300 ETH for Gen 2 and stuff. This is not a reason for us to not drop a quality product. This is my mission, right? You don't the point what we're trying to prove is we can get quality people like Wang, or even like our team members whom we are super proud of, a guy with PhD in fucking, like, everybody's doxed in LinkedIn and stuff. If you guys want to go and check the PG page, a guy with fucking PhD in, like, psychology and like management consultant part of the team. There's guys like Sakatacking, Ken, who's been like 20 years of, this thing as CFO. I'm not boasting here, but these are all people like you guys from the community. I'd never met Josh before. I never met Ken before. He was just a Genesis holder. So the point is, we have attracted quality people and quality talent, and they're all like not greedy motherfuckers, right? So they don't have to, like, expect like 10 grand or 20 grand payments, like, working for thousands, 2000s a month. um, um, you know it's it's not what we're trying is a super ambitious thing, but 100% achievable. And so far, as we mentioned, we have made one of the few projects that have actually made money, right? Fuck royalties, right? If you remove royalties, how many projects have actually made money out of royalties, right? Like, that's the question that we would like to ask. So tomorrow, if royalties get fucked up, yes, Bored Apes have got a lot of money from royalties, but outside of royalties and Mint, how many projects have made money from what, right? So this is the narrative that we have. We have definitely made a lot more from consultancies, Launchpad, and dev work and stuff, right? So, anyways, the thing is, like, if I just hope that you guys are open to give your suggestions, feedback, and stuff. But the basic belief that the team is not just wasting their time, and that, it takes a little bit of time to drop products. Like, there's some testing involved. There's quite a lot of complications that come up when, we're not copying an existing product, right? Even the drag and drop feature, like what Wang displayed now, right? Like so many of you commented, I'm not sure, I haven't seen anything like that in any tools, like customizable blocks of data that you can customize on your screen and move around and stuff. It's a new thing. It takes time because it doesn't exist already, right? So that's pretty much my point. Come in, join in, give your suggestions, ask questions. If there's just going to be some FUD for no reason, I mean, like, team is really working hard. I'm not going to let my team get abused, or myself as well, in that matter. But I'm always open for suggestions, and any kind of, you want to get on VCs, get on a talk, more than happy to explain where the money went, where money is going, and stuff like that. Projects like DGods doing 0% and Magic, would that be a good move for business, for marketing? I don't think it makes any difference, Cypher, like, in the sense, like, making it 0% now. Anyways, it's not like our royalties are like flying. It's almost non-existent at this stage, to be very honest, right? So I don't want to do it just for the gimmick or the marketing side of things. But we can definitely, as I said, like, there's a product that we are working around with X2Y2. Once the product is kind of like, launched by both of us together, that can be pretty much a game changer kind of thing, because I'm as much as I hate projects depending on royalties, but there's a lot of, I feel like this will lead to a lot of projects rugging, giving easy reasons. Oh shit, we don't have money, we are dead and stuff, so we gotta, pretty much cancel the project and stuff like that. So that's pretty much my worry. Plus, even for artists, like Fidenza, for example, what's the utility of Fidenza? Right, but that's an art. That's considered as one of the best, whatever, generative art or whatever. I'm not going to go down whether that's a good art or not. But the question is, if Fidenza with no utility, those guys are making money from royalties. If royalties is taken off from them, it kills the idea of artists making money of royalties. That's how NFTs even started. So yeah, who the fuck is this? And don't show that name Inferno, man. Fuck. Every time I see that, I'm like, um, any other questions? There's something coming up with Magic Eden as well for us. So we are, except OpenSea, I think, except OpenSea, I think, yeah, Magic Eden next to I2 are like our buddies now
Anyway,
at this stage.
I really think these two are way ahead of OpenSea in terms of innovation and
Yep.
willingness. In comparison, for video games, like OpenSea's like Steam is the biggest one, but they don't care about their customers, so they will
Yep.
quickly get removed. Like already now you have Magic Eden and X2Y2 removing fees. Where is OpenSea?
Yeah, exactly. Magic Eden as well. We have so there's going to be hopefully an announcement this week maximum. But yeah, OpenSea, sorry, Magic Eden as such. So Magic Eden and X2Y2, we would be working together. So put it this way, where we could be making money from both X2Y2 and Magic Eden because of our joint collab, joint product drop. Right. So we don't want to launch our own NFT marketplace, but rather our ideas we suggested to them, they loved it, and they are developing the product together with us, and we take 50-50 kind of thing. So again, don't ask me, it's not going to come tomorrow. I didn't tell what it is, right? I'm just saying that we have for people who kind of gave an idea for the creators fees and stuff. So Magic Eden and I think X2Y2 is going to be a huge boost for us. So yeah. I need to hear someone's opinion about ETH NFT future ones. Turns out I think layer two for me, my personal opinion, layer two is it's gonna get redundant in my opinion. Like except for obviously feasibility reasons, because don't forget that ETH has got so much fucking money. If they see their market cap is being eaten by some random L2, it's they have all the devs and the brains to get those services, done. As in ETH is obviously it's got congestion issues and stuff like that. But look at now. Why? What is the case for me to use a L2 when L1's gas fees are like L2 right now? Right? Like I'm paying like $1 or lesser for a transaction, and I have to wait 7 hours for it to go to Polygon or immutable or
No,
something like this.
that's not like the L2 will work after sharding. Like if we pay like $1 fee on Ethereum, you will pay like 1 cent on layer
Exactly, I
two.
know, I know.
And I
My
think
my
that's
question is,
something that even Vitalik is admitting that is gonna go it's gonna go parabolic. We won't be using Ethereum anymore to trade NFTs, I think. No? That's not your point of
probably
view?
I agree with that, but still the underlying factor is ETH, right? Like if ETH is dead or ETH crashes, the L2s are pretty much. My thing is like L2s are amazing for, like obviously some gasless and all those transactions, but they have to solve a lot of issues like the transfer issues. It's already it's complicated for people to understand MetaMask and all those kind of things. Like in that sense, right? Even for us, even for me, I play Cyberkong's this thing right with VX, all right, and I'm like sometimes I go in and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have tokens now. I have to buy from ETH and then transfer it to Polygon. I close the window and I walk away because I'm like, fuck this, it's so annoying to
Yeah,
wait for
same,
7 hours.
same.
So how do you expect a commoner when people like us um, are not happy with the hours it takes for it to transfer to immutable or Polygon or adding an extra, um, you know, adding
I
an
get
extra
what you mean.
layer.
I get what you mean, but I think their mission is like to remove that friction that you will use their apps without even
Yes,
knowing that you're using Ethereum and
yes,
such. And
yes.
Ethereum will be more deep and technical stuff, and all the
Yeah.
mainstream stuff will be that's only my point of view, and maybe we may be digressing
No,
here.
you're
It's
right.
totally
I even made this statement in one of the last week's spaces. I mentioned this point. The real mass adoption is when you don't know the underlying technology behind Facebook. Do you guys know how Facebook works? Not everybody knows, but everyone uses. Your mom, your grandmom, probably everyone's using it. You don't need to understand tech for it to be mass adopted. That's what is misunderstood by a lot of people, right? You think that, oh, you got to educate people about cryptos and stuff. People don't have to necessarily understand how blockchain works, how layer 2 works, or how any of those things work. The day when we people start using like banks, like bank accounts are all, I mean, banks have already started working on blockchain tech, so you'll be using ETH in the back end. Like, so banks, right, just think of this concept, right? Banks, instead of using their current network, they move to blockchain network, and they're going to work on ETH or L2 or whatever, and all the fees and energy that they're saving, they're going to pay in ETH or L2, right? Because every transaction they cover from the back end. So right now, to send like $10 from person A to B, let's say it costs the bank 1 cent, okay? Because you can think about it as, the energy involved or whatever, the dev charges and all those kind of things split in, let's say 1 cent, right? Now it's going to be the same thing with blockchain, ultra fast, ultra secure, but still it's going to be 1 cent or lesser. You won't even know that you have started using a bank that's running on blockchain. So that is real kind of mass adoption. So to answer your questions, yes, L2s are going to be fine, but I think it's very far away. Not, I don't see it in a year or 2 or 3, because first ETH has to kind of like start having proper use cases. The blockchain of ETH, it's not just to sell JPEGs, and obviously DeFi is one amazing feature and stuff. So L2 is a little bit far away, but it's gonna get there. Obviously, like maybe like 3 to 5
I'm
years, probably.
I'm maybe thinking a bit too far away. Yeah, I was seeing this like for in 1 year, 1 year and a half.
Maybe, I don't know. I might be
I
wrong. I
don't
don't know
know
what's
as well. I don't
happening
know as well. We'll
internally.
see.
But personally, I know one thing though, that these kind of things take time. You know how much of delays were there even for the merge. Year or 2 or 3. We're talking about billions of dollars involved, so they won't rush it. Even if it's ready now, they won't rush it. We are trying to learn a lesson or two from them and kind of set the standard here, even for NFTs or even for NFT project. Just because the tool is ready. Before, I used to come in and announce it in Twitter and be like, "Yeah, guys, go and use it or do it." But I think there needs to be proper testing, proper this thing, because even after that, we encountered a couple of bugs. Imagine we opened it to public and there were 100 tickets opening up for us, right? We don't have the capacity to reply to 100 people. But now we launched a stage by stage. Couple of bugs were sorted within 24 hours. Anybody who was affected because of that Jira not dropping, and I gave them a free whitelist or gave them extra Jira tokens, and pretty much the issues were sorted. Like, for any of you who have no clue how our new system works for the chat, I'm just gonna share my screen. Can you see?
Yes.
Yep.
So this is how our thing looks like. So where from the back end we get questions here, and then like we pretty much we can answer like as that's Stenzod. Obviously that's me. There's like there's sack attacking and other people, and it's also there in our app. So we pretty much can like it's very easy, and we can also see your screen. That's the funny part. Like, so this guy, whatever, whoever it is, so I can click magic browse. I can exactly see what's happening in your screen. And I can also have the live assist. So basically, I can see your screen from here. Like, oh, that's Tata. Why is your screen not loading? Anyways, yeah. So can you see my screen now? Like, so I can basically see what's happening here. I can have this live assist, so which means I can almost like team viewer. So I'll be like, I'm going to use this. I'm going to come in and operate. Once you guys give in, I can pretty much like start my live assist, and I can pretty much like start controlling. I can steal all your Jiras and stuff. So anyways, so this is pretty cool. This feature, we got like good feedback so far from all the people who were in. Like we got like some few, I think 4 or 5 people gave comments, and it was like 5-star reviews so far. It's easy to answer for us, better than discords and stuff. So anyways, so um sack attacking does his entire presentation, and then after he's finished, only one metric that. Thank you for your opinion. Anytime, man. I think we need to have more of these um, random Discord VCs just for general discussions. I'm going to do a lot more spaces. I'm doing a lot of spaces actually now. Tomorrow also have a space. Today I think about 400 people tuned in as well. So kind of like going on spaces, putting us out there. Uh, all right. Any other questions? Right. So I think if there's nothing else, then we could probably wrap it up because I'm gonna probably go and sleep early today. I think I'm definitely. I think I got some airdrop. Rinsler is here as well. I think Rinsler, just get yourself tested. I don't know whoever came to the Melbourne party. 3 or 4 of us are actually sick. Hey, but you guys can't go and complain like PXN, all right? Like we even if we have COVID, we fucking work. All right, so no complaints in Twitter like these guys go on like meetups, get COVID and not working. I think all of us worked through COVID even last time when we got it. Right, so Shan, when TikTok ads, I think Tata, Arcade Boy, and few others can be our influencers. Fucking like start dancing with Jira costumes. I think code is not the thing stopping PXN. But... Right, guys, I think I'll take off then. Catch you guys again in another session. But any other time, like feel free if you guys have any topics or something to discuss. I'm definitely down to doing some spaces or general VCs. Any other topics in general. Perfect. EMR, when's your mint? Nope. It's tomorrow, is it? Right. Hajira mint. Are you sure the contract is not a um, wallet drainer?
Hijira has a
Anyways,
power trade, the best trade in the game.
yeah, I think the contract was audited by one of our Infinite Studios devs, actually, White Kong, I think, the one who audited the contract and did the contract. So I think should be safe.
Are you going to mint, Shan?
Of course, man. It's 0.01, like and I heard EMR is giving away a Gen 1 for anybody who mints.
Yeah, heard so too.
Is it, EMR? Is that right? You're gonna give away a Genesis for anybody who mints Kaijira tomorrow, right after mint out.
So generous, Yama.
Yeah, I heard him say that too.
I mean, at 0.01. Oh wait. Let's remove your mute. Wait. Yep. All right, done.
Oh damn, man! I was like, holy shit! How do I unmute?
We're just bullying him on mute.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
it's gonna drain everyone's wallet, and it's gonna go directly to the PG vault.
yeah. That's your utility there, right there. I mean, actually, it's not, when you think about it, right? We should actually do it on a monthly basis, like 7,000 or 5,000 at 0.01, and give away like 50% as a raffle, 50% again used to buy. I mean, think about it, right? It's 0.01, man. That's fucking gas fees. No royalties, no secondary trading fees, nothing. It's purely like a raffle ticket, and that's it, done.
We were actually
Yeah,
It's
just
thinking
put it
about
on the
doing a-
marketplace. Put it on the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, think about it, right? Like, it's bullshit. Like, 0.01 is what? Like, now it's like fucking not even you can't even buy a meal for that in Melbourne now. So I think 0.01 for a ticket is pretty much. So Yamar, so you're gonna do a Genesis giveaway then? After the
We were
7,000
actually
minutes.
we were actually thinking about
Oh,
doing a Gen 2 giveaway.
okay, nice.
Oh,
I
10
think
Gen 2s? That's so nice of you.
I think Purple was gonna give
Yeah.
away his Gen 1.
Yamar,
I
Oh,
think
that's right.
where is the Tata trade?
yeah.
Is it a
I
legendary trade?
It's a fairly rare trait.
Let's
It's one of
get it.
the rarer traits, I'll say.
wait.
That's
You have a fucking Tata trade in it.
It
Bro, what do
doesn't
you mean? What
say
do you mean, Shan?
Tata.
Shan, of course.
What?
You have a fucking Tata trade or a Tata fucking trade.
It doesn't say Tata. It's just a crown because like he's the I call him
King! I'm the king!
the king of degens.
Yeah, sure.
So he has a crown for that specifically.
Yes, sir.
Bro, this is amazing.
I hope I mint it.
Best trade.
Chat, I'll sell it to you for 10 ETH.
Shan also.
Bro, it's worth 100 ETH. Minimum.
Shan, tomorrow is also the influencer mint where we got the 1 out of 1. You know, where we're together in the
Yeah, the Tesla thing.
It's minting.
What?
Tesla and me burning you. That's the one, right? The Tesla, sorry, the
Yeah.
Tesla one-on-one and me burning you kind of thing.
Yeah,
Whatever
that's
that-
minting tomorrow.
Nice. All right, cool.
Bro, I am so excited for these.
Bro, stop it, man.
This is crazy. The first Tata trade.
That's a violation.
That's a violation, bro.
It's fully animated too, so it's
Bro.
Stop it, fuck you.
Bro.
Actually Shan has a trait in there as well.
Yo, guys,
Don't-
sorry I'm late.
Oh shit, no, you're good, Zero.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I was just in the back talking to Milan.
G, where is your imitation of Zero? Let's hear yours.
You guys need some DGen Heim invites?
Yeah,
Oh man,
So
you gotta
good.
love Zero.
bro, and you do it better when you're drunk. You know that's goes without saying. In Bali, I got fooled twice. Like legit.
Yeah, man, it's like so many different accents, you just can't help it.
Yeah,
Guys, if anyone-
real funny guys.
If anyone wants to talk, just tag me in the chat, and I'll kind of like unmute you guys because I don't know why this shit kind of like mutes everybody by default.
Yeah, everybody's server muted for some reason. I feel like Sav has
have the speaker set up by default. It mutes them while they have to do the push to talk.
Yes. I think they have to push to talk. I think all you got to do is right click your name and change the mute section of the mute mic button. The input mode, I think you just need to change from push to talk to voice activity. You want to talk. Like I'll just show you guys. I don't know if this will display in my screen. Right, so do you all unmute me and mute me? I didn't know. No, you're Capo, I think there's sound or something coming in the back. I think that's why I think somebody had to mute you again.
Who's got to connect at Apeless to fix AlphaBot?
to fix Alphabet. What happened with it?
It's just been broke all day.
Yeah, it's broken hard.
Oh yeah,
Since
the
yesterday.
wallets keep like it doesn't take the entry, right? You can't
No,
enter the
you
raffle.
can't even sign in.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah, it's fucked up. It's bad.
I think we
Yeah,
should
they-
let Shan sleep. He's a little sick.
Stay hydrated, Shan.
Yeah, I think I'll take off anyway.
Yeah,
Thank
take
you
care,
guys.
bro.
Yeah. Thank you, Shan. Thank you for today. See you later.
Bye.
Bro, I'm glad he's gone.
Stop the
This guy,
violation, bro.
this guy is just talking.
In this weird accent.